just delivered the load that I had. The load that I was picking up wasn't ready yet. They say the drop dead time on that is tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning sometime. I'm a little upset right now. A little upset. The place I just delivered to, I remember the place because I was there about a month and a half ago. When I was there, the security guard that I spoke to on my way out, we kind of had a brief interaction, that turned into us trading stories. And out of his own mouth, he told me that he had been sober for X amount of months from, his alcohol sobriety. I can't remember the time that I can't remember how long he said he had been sober, but I know that he had it clocked, like he had it, like he's keeping track. I go back in there today and I ask him, I say, how many months are we at now? He's like, what? What we talked about last time. I remember when and he was like, uh, long enough now. Long enough. I looked him in his eye and said, you lied to me. You lied. That's not something he told me he forgot. Oh, I forgot. It's been long enough. That's not something you forget. You don't forget a month and a half later how many months. You didn't have to lie. You didn't even have, you didn't have, oh man, I feel slighted. Then he told me he was an ex-Marine. I don't know what to believe. I don't even know if he wasn't an ex-Marine. How can anything he told me that day, how can I believe anything he told me that day now? Because I just caught you in a lie. I've been retaining my semen, so, and it didn't just start when I came over the road. This not since I started. I've known that about a month now too. Uh, gotta say about a month. And this 365-day tour thing, this is like it's a personal growth, everything. I'm a detox, a personal growth detox, financial abundance, everything you can imagine, all into, because what I'm trying to do is show how you can, 1 year can really make a difference and change somebody. You can how much you can really change the trajectory and the you know the you know the, so one of the things I'm trying to cut out is the soda, like the sugars and the bad foods and stuff like that. So, and a lot more water. So on the day that I proclaim it and I say no more pop, strictly water, then I will start my water diet. Not that I will be only consuming water for 365 days, but as far as intake of fluids, all I'll drink is water. No, 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 no soda. Maybe tea, but yeah, we're trying to cut out soda, um, and then maybe incorporate a healthier diet. I think also what I'm gonna start doing is on my nights when I go live, I got some sneakers in the back. So I think what I'm gonna start doing is uh, running laps, keeping track of my miles. Like I don't have one of those Fitbit things, but I think I can use my phone to keep track of like fitness goals and stuff like that. So I think I should start running around. You know, if I'm parked at a truck stop, start running, getting some exercise and running around the parking lot here. I see a lot of people do. I see people exercising outside their trucks sometimes. Uh, See them walking, running, just to kind of keep their blood flowing, keep their heart, you know, pumping and whatnot. Uh, so yeah. So when the type of journey that I'm on, I felt betrayed when somebody would just, you ain't gotta lie. You don't have to lie, about what you're doing. He could have just said, "Oh, I'm trying to stop drinking alcohol," and I would have respected him the same. I wouldn't have lost any respect for him. I lost all respect for him when he made up something and just blurted it, just threw that out there, and then now a month and a half later, you can't remember what you said a month ago. A month from now, if you ask me how long have I not watched Corn, I should be able to give you that number. I shouldn't say, "Oh, I forgot." How long has it been since you drunk pop? Oh, 2 weeks. A month later, I should be able to say a month and 2 weeks if that's what I told you. If and as long as I didn't cave, whatever you want to say. Yeah, this guy, man. How do you just sit in somebody's face and lie like that? It wasn't even necessary. There was no pressure. There was no punishment if you. There was no reward. There was nothing to be gained from lying. Just lie for no apparent reason. Oh my god. Yeah. But that's why I'm doing these live videos every day, so that when 365, when the year is up, all the proof will be right here. And I don't know anybody that's done this. I mean, okay, so I've heard one story. It was on Mother Trucker News of a couple actually that was over the road for 10 years. Now I don't know. They probably weren't over the road for 10 years consecutively like I'm over the road for 1 year. I think they may have had some. They had to. They could not have. You know. But moral of the story: after 10 years, this couple they were millionaires. So they saved all their money up over the road for 10 years, lived in the truck, and 10 years later, they proclaimed millionaires. Not bad. Not bad. I believe that. I believe they can become millionaires. Team driving for 10 years. Yeah, of course, of course. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they own their own truck too. So even better, right? So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be doing some research and some digging to see, maybe people do this all the time. They just don't uh, podcast it or broadcast it. But my journey, I'm putting it out there because I think it's tough. This over the road is definitely more mental fatigue than it is physical fatigue, but it's also physical fatigue. So when you talk about 365 days straight, That's a that's not easy. That's not easy. Some of these guys can't even stay out for 2 weeks. Some of these guys can't even stay out for 2 weeks. And which I get it. You know, you got uh, family. Some of them got kids, wives. I shouldn't have said that. You know, you got a little bit more that's that's sort of anchoring you to be in one, you know, be localized. So for me, I don't have any of that. I don't have any. I wouldn't call it a burden, but I don't have any of those. Um, yeah, no kids, no wife. So why not? So my message to anybody that's in my position or similar, with no kids, no wife. I know some. I watched a couple YouTube videos with some guys, sort of, you know, the truck drivers, no kids, no wife, and they saving their money, they doing pretty good. So you know that's the message right there. If you can do this, why not do it? I mean, you don't have to go extreme like me and go 365. That's not necessary. I'm just doing that to create a buzz. I want to start streaming off of YouTube, TikTok, and getting these videos monetized eventually, um, and inspire somebody else. You know, that's somebody's going. If I can help at least one person, then I guess 365 days is still worth it. If I can help at least one person, say because of you, I got in a trucking and it changed. Then I did 1 year in trucking, and in that 1 year I was able to do this, and I freed. And so yeah, you know, because of you I was able to save my money, and then I went and invested in here. I put it here. I did this with it, and now I got this. Boom. If I can get, I guess if I can get at least one person that, you know, help at least one person, I guess this wasn't for nothing. And outside of myself, because obviously I'm doing it for my own personal reasons, but you know, reasons outside of myself is uh is also important to me. So, all right.